Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's video. We do the 5-day forecast today. We're going to have a detailed look at weather for the next 5 days across the British Isles. We've got changes on the way. The prolonged and extreme cold spell that started in the second week of March is finally showing signs of running out of steam. And I think as we go through the 5-day period, we're going to find the cold lessening off. Won't necessarily get that much milder in the next 5 days, but certainly by the time we get through to next week, we should really be introducing much milder Atlantic winds. Now, before we go on with the video, just want to mention the advertising will usually be a video ad sitting underneath by weather videos at GazWeatherBiz.com. Please play those videos. Should be supporting GazWeatherBiz.com by doing that. Also want to mention the charts we're using, or websites we're using for the video. Got the charts coming from weatheroutlook.com and weathercentral.de. Both of those websites can be found on my links page. This is radar picture from the UK Met Office, and just to show you that there's not really much going on at all in terms of the radar picture today. There's no real precipitation anywhere across the British Isles, so it's virtually universally dry, which is something that you don't see all that often in this country. Perhaps a few showers running around the channel, but really it's pretty much universally dry across the country today. But we have reintroduced that very, very cold, bitterly cold easterly wind across much of England and Wales. Wind has got up again around this area of high pressure that's still blocking to the north of Scotland, stretching from Greenland through Iceland into Scandinavia, as it has been for the last month really. And yes, we're still bringing in this easterly wind, and we've tightened the isobars today across the south, so it is a windier day. So it feels colder across much of England and Wales. There's more cloud around in the southeast as well. But good sunny spells really for most places. Light winds for Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England. So there it doesn't feel too bad. But in the south it does feel pretty cold really in that east wind, especially if you're not in the sunshine. Temperatures today up to around 6, 7, 8 degrees. We're below where we should be, and it feels colder than that, as I say, in that easterly wind. Now going into tonight, we're going to find that wind persisting across much of England and Wales. It may start to blow some wintry showers in towards the southeast, but further north we're going to have the light winds continuing. So that's where the severest of the frost will be tonight. Scotland, parts of northern England, North Wales could get as low as around -8 in some places. That's very, very cold, severely cold still, particularly over the snow cover. That's where the lowest temperatures will be. Temperatures not as cold further south, because we've got that wind, so it'll hold things up a little bit. But even so, we're probably looking at temperatures around freezing to -1. And of course, with the wind, that will be a penetrating frost. Now, into tomorrow, we've got this easterly wind still continuing across England and Wales. In fact, it's becoming more northeasterly, and that may blow more in way of wintry showers in towards East Anglia and southeast England. So don't be surprised if you see some snowflakes across East Anglia, southeastern England through the course tomorrow. It shouldn't really amount to too much, but it certainly could be noticeable. But we've got some snow in the wind, despite the fact that it's the 4th of April. Winds a little bit stronger further north as well, probably, so there'll be more of a wind chill for parts of northern England also. But for Scotland and Northern Ireland, we still have fairly light winds, but best of the sunshine always in the northwest, always more cloud to the south and the southeast. It will feel very cold again in that east to northeasterly wind across England and Wales, feeling really quite bitter, particularly as there'll be less sunshine around. Temperatures up to around 4, 5, 6 degrees for many of us, possibly 7 or 8 in the best of the sunshine, but we're still below where we should be. As I say, it does feel very cold in that wind. Now, as we move through into Friday, just a bit of a question mark for the south. We may bring some more extensive outbreaks of rain, sleet, or maybe even snow in some far southern counties. Difficult to say what's happening with this. It may well stay off the coast of southern England, but if it gets any way inland and it hits some elevation, particularly around the Chilterns, say in parts of the Downs, the Wolds, we may just see some of that rain turning to snow. It could just give a dusting of snow in some places, but I think most of the precipitation will probably stay off the coast of southern England. Still got that wind in any case across England and Wales, so it will feel very cold again. Light winds further north, so the best of sunshine always in the north, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England. Just a few wintry showers perhaps around those eastern coasts, and maybe just bringing some cloud and rain and sleet snow into the far north of Scotland as well later on Friday. But really, it's top and tail of the country. It's got the unset weather. Most areas will be mostly dry on Friday. Temperatures again around 6, 7, 8 degrees at best, below where we should be, feeling particularly cold again across southern areas. And if you get back to rain, sleet and snow in the southeast, temperatures may not get much better, around 2 or 3 degrees, well below average, probably about 10 degrees below where they should be for this time of the year. Now, as we move into Saturday, any risk of rain, sleet and snow will be clearing away to the south. Then we've got this ridge of high pressure coming down across the country from the north. This is really the start of the high pressure breaking down and things going more Atlantic dominated. But for Saturday, we're looking at a mostly dry day, good sunny spells. There'll be a hard frost to begin with and another hard frost on Saturday evening. But Saturday itself mainly dry with good sunny spells and a light wind, so it'll feel a good deal milder as well, or a good deal less cold. Temperatures could get up to around 10 degrees on Saturday. That's 50 Fahrenheit, so just staging a little bit of a recovery in that sunshine. The high pressure is still there over the country as we go into Sunday, but it is declining all the time. Low pressure is developing out in the Atlantic, so we're looking at another hard frost on Sunday morning, and then basically it's a repeat performance. Most areas will be dry with good sunny spells, so we're having a dry and fine weekend in the main, but there could be some cloud and rain coming into Ireland and maybe western parts of Scotland later on in the day, but that's really the exception. Most places probably staying dry throughout Sunday as well. Temperatures again lifting up just a little bit, so it's around 11 degrees maybe, that's 52 Fahrenheit, but there will be a hard frost to begin with, and probably another frost in central east areas at least on Sunday evening. And then as we move into Monday, signs that we really are breaking down the high pressure. The low pressure is beginning to push in from the Atlantic. So I think it turns increasingly cloudy and wet across many western parts of the country through the course of Monday. Central east areas probably staying mainly dry, but cloud increasing all the time with rain gradually extending in off the Atlantic. Temperatures lifting up to around 12 or 13 in the west, despite the fact it's staying cloudy and wet. 13 is 55 Fahrenheit. In the east it's still quite chilly at around 9 or 10. And as we move through just another day, this is beyond the 5-day period, but just going through to Tuesday, then we're properly establishing this westerly wind across the country, so all areas will be in the westerly wind by Tuesday, and it'll be a good deal milder for just about all of us, feeling much more spring-like, I think. So as we just have a look at charts from the Weather Outlook, this is the chart for today. Good sunny spells across the country, but it is cold, particularly in the south, where we've got that very nagging and nasty easterly wind. Into a Tuesday, well, we've still got that northeasterly wind there, and there could be some snow showers in the southeast, as I explained. Don't think they'll amount to too much, but could be noticeable. It's still cold everywhere. For Friday, well, we've got the rain here in the south, and if that gets any way inland and hits some elevation, it could turn to sleet or snow, but I think it's mainly rain and mainly in the south. Elsewhere, largely dry with those sunny spells, but it will be cold. As we move through into Saturday and into Sunday, it's staying mainly dry in the south, but it will be turning increasingly unsettled in the northwest with some rain coming in. Temperatures gradually recovering day by day over the weekend, and that process continues into the start of next week, when it eventually turns wet and windy through Monday and Tuesday. But those temperatures will lift up as the winds go around to the west. So the end of the cold spell, I talked about this yesterday, the end of the cold spell is in sight. A few more days of cold weather, still got those nagging easterly winds across England and Wales just at the moment, making it feel very bitter. Some wintry showers in the southeast tomorrow, possibly some rain, sleet or snow in the south on Friday as well. Mostly dry over the weekend, temperatures just recovering ever slightly over the weekend, but it's still pretty chilly. And then into the start of next week, that's when we get the final end to the cold weather, and we should introduce a milder and more spring-like feel through the course of next week. So slowly but surely we're coming out of the freezer and we're going into spring. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.